And this season, we will have the All City Rock Stars presenting themselves. You know, they won the Cinderfella Tag Team Tournament a couple of years ago, but it was the team of Van along with Ace Young. But I guess you can say they all won based on the fact that in time for wrestling, when one team wins, the whole team wins. They've shared the belts numerous times when it comes to tag team championships, because our tag team championships, no matter if it's the world tag team championships or the Bombshells tag team championships, have been shared by other team members who have not actually won it. So when you win a tournament, I would assume that it would go to that goes against most things most companies do. But in our company, we make sure that people that acquire this has it in their mantle to say they acquired it. They never became tag team champions of any sort. Unless you count Van, who may not be on this list, who happens to be your Time for Wrestling undisputed champion right now. They never held that gold. They're going to be here, and they're going to show what they got. I think Van will be with them, but I'm not necessarily sure. But you got to watch out for these dudes because they're going to put it down in the ring. As we move from them, we move to the Blackberry Club. Everybody in Time for Wrestling knows who Blackberry Club is because they've been really pretty much destroying every and anyone in the tag team division. The Bombshells tag team division has been ruled by them and no one else. Unless you count the current reigning defending Bombshells tag team champions. Also coming back for the season, Dark Chaos. We've not seen Lucy Loco too much, but we've seen a lot of Mama Mayhem and a curse that she's placed on the Time for Wrestling Bombshells division, both singles and tag. Together, will they acquire enough to present themselves worthy of any title shot? Talk about femme fatales, talk about curses, talk about somebody who's profited more than anyone in Time for Wrestling in regards to such things happening. It is Diana Frost. She is the reason why people have nightmares. She is the reason why in Time for Wrestling we have to look behind our backs. She tried to interrupt my relationship with the former Bombshell singles champion by the name of Rebecca Snow. But I wasn't having it, and I'm not going to have it, and we're not going to be doing that this year. But she's here. She's champion. She showed what she's about, and we know what's coming up next in Time for Wrestling for her, and that's going against my woman. Oh, boy, does everyone remember and know who Duma is? Full action mode Duma will be. They will be here to present themselves as worthy adversaries for anybody that comes across their face. The great Mike is back from his little sabbatical because of Christopher Gunn. And now back in there. You see him there. He's the big backup. He is Nightmare Ramirez. He's won every tournament in Time for Wrestling history. He's the former Time for Wrestling World Television Champion. That title is not around this year, but maybe he wants to acquire more. Maybe the whole group wants to acquire more. We know Eagle Kid was U.S. champion twice. We know the great Mike was one half of the greatest tag team champions in Time for Wrestling history, the Mega Evil. But right now, he's focused on faction warfare. He's focused on ruling his faction with an iron fist and handling business. And who will step up this year to try to take them on? We shall see. As we go from this group and we lead into what is next in Time for Wrestling, you have to know, you have to understand that Emerald Dreams wants to step up. Emerald Dreams have been shown themselves to be worthy of title shots. They've not acquired any titles, but they are worthy. These women are hardworking, and they want to be tag team champion. They want to be singles champion. Will they do that in season 4? We shall see. Oh, coming back, you know, a popular fan favorite, Fantastic Johnny, Jacob. They are Fantastic Faith, and they are ready to handle anyone that comes in their way. They've been tag team champion, and we've seen them contend for singles gold, as well as Fantastic Johnny being a former U.S. champion. Chaos with a K. They led by the one and only zombie vulture. She is CL. CL has prevailed over a lot of things. She's hurt a lot of people. She's hurt my woman specifically because my woman has been caught on fire. Had to go to the burn ward, and we had to try to alleviate the pain, had to be on painkillers, had to get her shots, had to make sure she gets skin grafts so that nothing else can happen to her to subdue her from what her place is in time for us. And that's at the very top. I know I may be biased, but everybody believes and knows based on the last season, she should be on top and no one should stop her, not even the leader of Chaos with a K, CL. She has backup, always has. She ousted Mama Man from the group, and now she is ruling it with an iron fist. Oh boy, the Midnight Lovers, they've been showing themselves tag team wise and singles wise this last year. Specifically, we've seen no one other than Loverboy become the world television champion. Will they win tag team gold this year? We will see. This is going to be quite a situation. Oh boy. Let me pause right here for a second. You've seen his face. You know his face. You know what's going on. He's not a disgrace. He is the face that runs the training facilities for Time for Wrestling. What will happen? What will he do? What will you get ready for? We don't know. We know he was doing 15 minutes of pain. We know he was one half of the most dominant tag team champions of all time. We know that Hero has a lot on his mind. But will he be able to test what he can do either by himself, as a tag team, or as a leader? We don't know this year where his mind is at. We know he lost the war. He lost the war for Christopher Gunn. And Christopher Gunn has a target on his back. I understand that Christopher Gunn is supposed to be the leader of the New Age Prophets, the leader of the now dismantled Purple Dynasty. But things have changed. Season 4 is here. Season 4 is coming up. Who will survive? Who will thrive? Who will show you what they're about? We will see as the season progresses. But this is just the beginning of the story of Mono Hero, because he has a lot on his plate this year, because he has something else he has to do besides Time for Wrestling. Now, we have to gear up for what's else next. New people coming in Time for Wrestling. We've seen a preview of them on last season, but here, Monster Money Inc. is here with a new look, with a new outlook to try to destroy everyone in Time for Wrestling, led by Justin Money. Will they rule supreme? Oh boy, there's a whole chapter about this man, the leader of the New Age Prophets, that we may have to touch on a little bit. We went and we followed him from season to season, from outcome to outcome, from pain to pain, and we see this man get hurt badly. We've seen this man recover. We've seen this man hurt others who have trained him and use his mind-melting skills in regards to psychology to handle Mono Hero to the point that Mono Hero is a shell of man. How did he do it? Why did he do it? It's sickening. You can see the best of Christopher Gunn here on the YouTube channel to see his path to destruction. Came out not too long ago, and it shows you everything that Christopher Gunn has done and everything he plans to do within Time for Wrestling. He has big plans. He is kind of helped those plans, but it's kind of not in his favor. We don't know. We don't know what's coming up next in regards to Christopher Gunn, because it's a new season, a new outlook, a new feud, a new everything when it comes to Time for Wrestling. But we know who's coming for him if you paid attention to what's been going on lately, because he has big problems. It's going to have to get solved somehow. And maybe he bit off more than he can chew. P-Thug and the Silent Assassin is flanking him. Ox is the current and defending United States champion in Time for Wrestling. He can handle his own, but will he back up Christopher Gunn and his mindset that he has? We will see. Oh boy, the Order of Time has changed over time. It's changed over seasons. We've seen Ray Ray grow up. We've seen Mr. GM take a new role. We've seen Vinny, the creator, become somewhat of the leader of the Order of Time. But Master Muhammad, I never thought I would see today, but he's here. He's here. And how is this going to help anyone? We don't know. We don't know what his real role is there. He was with the nation along with P. Thug, but P. Thug straight away and went to the person he believes is a prophet and asked Christopher Gunn to come to this group right here. Master Muhammad is a new frame of mind. Maybe it's a new outlook. Maybe he can do more. We will see. We shall see. And it's going to be something coming in this next season. There's a lot to look forward. There's a lot to do. And there's nothing anyone can do to stop the Order of Time. They are the authority figures of time for wrestling. The Party Sisters have shown themselves a little bit this past season, but they want you to see their new look, their new outlook. They're all wearing the same colors this year as opposed to before when it was all uncoordinated. Maybe it's time for new champions in the Bombshells division. We know these two. We've seen these two grow up from season to season. Tag Team Championship gold, Mr. Miguel becoming the Time for Wrestling World Champion. We've seen it all. But what we haven't seen in a while, is them being a real tag team. Will the Purple Dynasty step up, take out Team Destroy to become the World Tag Team Champions this year? People may want to see it. We don't know. We know that Mr. Miguel was the one that ended Kevin's reign before he became the undisputed champion. How's that going to play out in this season? Is he going to want a shot at the undisputed championship in which he never got a rematch? We don't know. But the title does not belong to him. It belongs to Van. Van is not in this list because he's somewhat of a surprise on how he looks. A lot of people are not here. This is just a special preview of what's coming up next. Now, go from this tag team to another view on another situation. We know in Time for Wrestling, you got to get ready for everything and everyone at all times. These group of women have always been rich. They've always been hungry. Bethany, Deborah Lace this time, and Tiffany Jenkins. Deborah, her name was Diana, but she changed it to her middle name, which is Deborah this season, so that she can have a new coat of paint. But we know who rules the Bombshells tag team division. We know who is pretty much the lead faction in Time for Wrestling Bombshells division in general. They are Rachel Knight, Jasmine Sky, and Kimberly Sunshine. The Queen of Hearts are your reigning, defending Time for Wrestling Bombshells tag team champions. Will they remain that for this fourth season? We don't know. There's stiff competition. You never know what's going to happen. Like I said, it is but a preview. There's more to come. And when it comes to Time for Wrestling, you have to get your mind ready, get your mind focused on what is next. Time for Wrestling is going to bring everything to you, including those Samoans. Those Samoans have had their ups and downs, especially Tuka. But maybe this will be a new way to show themselves in this next season. They have to gear themselves to be ready. They have to gear themselves for what's next in Time for Wrestling and TV 14. No one can forget the long reign of DJ Curtis and the long reign of the leader, the Asian Nightmare. The Asian Nightmare who won Time for Elimination 2021. He's a man that was the United States champion. Other half of the tag team champions were MCD Love. And Faux Show was showing his skills all season long. You know, in Time for Wrestling, there's nothing better than showing what you got. And this season will not disappoint. This season